Sorry.
Hello and welcome to O2 Inside Line as the RFU and O2 take you behind the scenes of England rugby.
This week we've got expert opinion from a guy who's won 75 caps for his country and who's played in 2 World Cup finals.
That's not me, is it? It's Mike Catt, isn't it? The old codger is joining us to talk about all things England in the World Cup, but more importantly, we're going to find out who the best utility back is.
And from next week, James Haskell will be inside the camp from New Zealand, but before he goes, we'll take a look at his best bits.
That won't take very long.
Right, Austin, let's talk about the game against Ireland. Our first victory over them since 2003, but more importantly, a great send-off to the World Cup.
Well, it was. I think we said it last week in the analysis. We said, look, England need to go there. This is not a warm-up. This is about retribution for what happened in the Six Nations, first and foremost, but also getting some momentum, finding a pattern of play. We said England would play a lot tighter. They did. They controlled the set piece. They probably overcommitted at the breakdown, but I think that really was what happened because of how Ireland reacted at the breakdown in March. And they controlled the game. Bar a few stupid penalties, Martin Johnson will go into that, and the squad will, with a huge sense of relief, but more so, a huge sense of confidence.
And in terms of confidence, do you think we finally got there with our centre partnership?
Oh, there's been loads of chat. I think Martin Johnson tried to sort of wax over it post-match interview that, you know, those guys are good together. They had a good game. Yes, definitely. We've found our centre partnership now. Tuolangi has proven Manu is the man in the midfield. I don't care who he plays with, he has to be in the team. I've said it weeks and weeks ago, and Richard Cockrell, all credit to him, said it as well. And Mike Tindall put in probably his best performance in an England shirt since the Australia game back at Twickenham in the autumn last year. So I think our centres are looking good, and if those guys get injured, we've got guys that can come in. And if I've got one major criticism of England moving forward to the World Cup, it's our forwards are in the way too much. They're slowing down the opportunities for our backs. Let's get them in a second wave, get our backs up front, let them attack. And if they don't get through, we've got the forwards to clean out and get faster ball. I think Manu Tuolangi's defence was immense. He put in some great big hits, one on Darcy and the one we know on Wallace that unfortunately injured him and ruled him out of the World Cup. We, wish him all the best. But he was a spark for England. He ignited England. But also for the Irish, I loved Ronan O'Gara's dummy on Haskell. You've got to be a dummy or 10 years old to take a dummy like that. And I think Haskell is potentially both.
Let's join James Haskell now as he bids farewell to English soil. Let's take a look at his best bits from inside the camp.
There was a little bit of room for manoeuvre.
Would you be seen around Leicester town centre wearing something like that?
Probably not. No.
Used car salesman.
Yeah. Actually, you two do look like
Indian restaurant.
you look like you're the chairman of the second-hand car dealership. You're the front of house. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Mark Couteau.
Three-piece suit.
Oh, sorry. Just no. Say that again. I think there's a little touch. Oh, stop it. Oh, Corbs!
Very slick.
Look at that. He looks like Vincent. He looks like Vincent Price. That is an amazing haircut. You could double as a Dracula double any time.
Right, mate, I can understand you've got this training for me, but we've got some big time people here.
Oh, a cup of coffee and a Winnebago now. We're not going on.
You're going to make Haskell look a lot better.
Well, that's not possible. How do I do it?
You got a pout.
Pout.
I don't know. What are you doing? You've got to get right in there.
I'm not blinding myself just for comedy purposes. No.
You look like a clown. Like a dead clown.
I'm a dirty tart that's been left at a party.
Now look, what are you saying? Oi, what are you doing? What are they doing?
I'm joined by the oldest player to ever play in a World Cup final.
That's not me then. No, it's not. I'm too young and debonair, aren't I? Let's be honest. No, we're joined by the legendary South African, English back, Mike Catt. Catty, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to
Looking
meet you.
well.
Nice
You've been working out. You've been hitting the gym, haven't you?
Not at all, no.
You're
It's just
looking
2
good,
years
looking
of
very
no
good.
rugby. Thank you very much, Oz.
Looking very healthy.
Right, well, 2 old adversaries are going to play archery and we are going to determine who is the most versatile back in English history. Should we do it?
Through archery?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Through archery and Twitter. Who has the most caps out of you two in one position? Because I know that you went around the back.
I've got 41 on the wing.
Have you?
Yeah.
All
So
against Uruguay and Italy and plays teams like that, is it?
Like
Against
the-
Australia? How many do you get against the sort of the world champions and stuff like that? Quite a few?
About 10?
No, you couldn't have.
I did. I
Because the
played in
record's
every autumn game.
The record's 10 and I've got that record.
You just got another bullseye on that one, Catty.
Did you? Ooh,
Yeah.
what's your tree?
Watch out for the tree. Yeah, that probably doesn't help.
Boom!
Did you play in the 99 World Cup? You're in the
Yes, I
squad?
did. Yeah.
So you had 5 World Cups on the trot?
4.
95? 4, sorry, yeah.
Well, mate, math's not a strong point.
No, it was. I got a degree in maths when I was 16, whilst you were still learning how to tie your shoelaces.
We didn't do maths in South Africa, mate.
No, that's why you're good with a bow and arrow. This is how you got your dinner. This is Catty walking out of his head. Mommy, Daddy, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get myself an interlife. Yeah?
Yeah,
What?
it's me like this. This is the 15th show. Can you imagine?
Why'd you just go right?
Oh, that is left-handed and it's right in the middle. Don't you find that's 10 points?
Do you think it's about 2015 then rather
I
than 2011?
honestly believe, and you know, hopefully they'll prove me wrong, but 2015 back here at Twickenham, I think England will be a very good bet. Lewis Moody, Simon Shaw's, whether they're going to be fit enough to actually go through that whole competition's massive.
Yeah.
They've only had a couple of years together. It's been quite disruptive. They've played some really good rugby, but then they've gone back a bit. They've then picked themselves back up. So I just don't think this team has learnt enough in those big pressure times to be able to go on and win a World Cup.
And how far do you think England can go?
I think they definitely can go semi-final, and then it just depends whether they can pull the ones out of the back. I think when we get to the knockout stages, quarter-final, semi-final, Johnny Wilkinson was put on this earth to win semi-finals or quarter-finals for England, and that's what he did in 2003. He did that in 2007. And I think if we get in that position, England will always be very strong.
Right, it's the final arrow. This is it's all on this one, okay? It's all on this one. Do you want to go at the same time?
Right, what am I actually aiming at?
The target, Catty.
That's it there.
Tree, not the tree.
Where did that go?
It's going to be
That's in
difficult
the
to
black.
beat. Hold on a sec. I might just have to look the other way to beat that one. It's all right. Ribbit. Damn. Ribbit. Ribbit. Catty, well done. I think that's mine, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Right in the
yours.
middle. That's the winner.
You're closer to the ball there.
That's
yeah.
the winner. Well
Yeah.
done. Fair to say, you've won the World Cup winners' medal. I've won the archery.
Yeah.
It's a fair trade, that, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
you'd
that's
probably
fair
swap,
enough.
wouldn't you?
No.
Thanks very much, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you very
you.
much.
And that's it from us. But it's not it from James Haskell. He's going to be keeping you on track on O2 Inside Line throughout the World Cup with his little player cam. God help us. Don't forget, get out for England. Support the lads. They're going to need your support whether you're here or over there. Thanks for watching.
Sign up for O2 Inside Line episode alerts at o2insideline.com and you'll never miss an episode.